Hello dolls! Today we're going to be playing with the BPerfect Cosmetics and Stacey Marie Love Tahiti collection, and OMG, this has been sitting in my studio for a whole month now, and girl, it's time to dip into it. First things first, this packaging, you guys. This box is so adorable. The design, the layout, super cute. You get a palette, a mirror, 2 highlighters, and 2 high shine lip glosses in this collection, and for the price tag, girl, well worth it. Now, I'm not going to be dipping into the high shine lip glosses in today's makeup tutorial. I'm going to save that for a different occasion, but you do get Sweet Spot and Petticoat in this collection. As for the highlighters, I've never tried the BPerfect Cosmetics Get White highlighters before, so I'm very curious to see the pigmentation to these highlighters, but you do get Holo Glaze and Soft Silk. I am going to be dipping into Soft Silk in today's video. And you also get this mirror, girl, what? No, the mirror is super cute. It's pretty big, it's good quality, but I do have my favorite mirror, so I'm not going to be using it much in today's video. Now on to the most important piece, the palette, of course. The palette, I mean, what can I say? The palette is fire. Like, I love all the colors. It's very pigmented. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite palettes in my makeup collection. And dolls, I am dying to dip into the right side of this palette, but I'm just gonna save that for a different video. But we are gonna be dipping into the left side of this palette in today's video. So yeah, enough of that. If you want to see how I achieved this makeup look, then let's get to it. Dolls, let's start the new year in my channel with some pop of color videos. And since I am using color, I am going to be using the plouise and Mmmitchell blank canvas base, which I already did apply and prepped with my favorite BH Cosmetics fluffy brush. And then I'm going to dip into this shade called Vanilla. Now this shade is very pretty, you guys. It has like a baby blue undertone glitter, and it's just perfect for this blue smoky eye. I'm just going to start applying this to my brow bone area, blending it, and make sure it's all blended out. Now I'm going to take my favorite blending brush from BH Cosmetics, and this one's the tapered blending brush, and then I'm going to dip into this dark blue matte shadow from the palette called the Deep. I'm going to start applying this in circular motions to my outer V and bringing it into my crease, and just working it from inner corner to outer corner, and just really building this shade up, get it nice and intense and very vibrant. And don't forget to tap the extra from the brush to avoid fallout. Take your time blending and build this shade up, you guys. Get it nice and intense. I'm going to take this other blue shade as a transition to help us blend out the dark blue shadow that we laid down. And I am using a small fluffy shader brush to apply this shade. Now I am using the sandwich method. I am layering this right on top of that dark blue shadow right in our crease, and we don't want to bring it any higher. Just stick to your crease, and with my small hooded eyes, this is my supposed crease, but just keep blending it from outer to inner corner until you start seeing a gradient blend. Now I did switch over to a smaller shader brush because when I get into the inner corner of my hooded eyes, I like more of a precise application, so I did have to switch over to that brush, and I do like the fluffier one for the blend in the outer corner, but when it comes to the inner corner, I do like to switch over. I'm gonna take a BH Cosmetics eyeshadow brush and go back into the Deep and start building the shade and packing it on to the lids and bringing it up to the crease and just really building and intensifying it. Now I'm going to be blending out the edges of the deep shadow I laid down to my lids, and I am using my favorite Morphe M506 brush to do so, and I am just starting off on the outer corner to the inner corner, and this brush really helps me control where I'm blending, and you want to blend where those two shadows meet, wherever your crease or how high your crease is, and just start blending in that spot until you start seeing that gradient. And like I did mention before, smoky eyes, it's a lot of back and forth in between shadows. So I am going to be going back in with Lagoon and just applying this right above the deep and start blending those two shadows even more to get more of an intensity. I'm going to take another favorite brush of mine. This is the Morphe M456 brush, and I'm going to jump into the Fade into Hue palette. The Carnival palette didn't have a baby blue shade, and I really needed one for this look. So you can pretty much just take any baby blue shade from any palette you have. But I am going to take an easel in this video and start applying this in the inner corner to the outer corner, because I don't want to get the brush so dirty by the time I get into the inner corner it starts smudging everywhere. So I really want to start in the inner corner to get more of a precision and clean gradient blend, and then work it to the outer corner. And just layer this right on top of Lagoon and start getting that gradient going. And I am using windshield wiper motions to do so all the way around. And at this point, you just want to overlook your makeup look and see if there's any area that you need to touch up. If you need to add more color to create more of a blend or gradient, or if there's a spot that's patchy, now's the time to do so before we apply liner and lashes. For liner, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild H2O black liner. I'm not really picky with the liner that I use. This has been my go-to for a long time now. It's pretty cheap, you get it at Walmart, really fast access. And for lashes, I'm going in with the Baddie B Fox Mink lashes, and I did not really like the juicy lashes that I used last time, so I'm going to be going in with Tease this time. And you guys, I love these lashes. Like, I didn't even want to take them off. Like, Tease has definitely made it to one of the top 5 favorite lashes of mine. But now I'm going to take some rhinestones, because I did want to give the smoky blue eye of a pop of bling. I didn't want it to be just, you know, pretty ordinary. So I am applying these rhinestones. Now, where you apply the rhinestones, you can put them wherever you want, but I am going to be layering 3 rhinestones in these areas, and I am just using my wax pen to pick up the rhinestones, and just some rhinestone bags that I picked up in Amazon, or that I ordered in Amazon. So these are how the lashes look like. These lashes were fire with this blue smoky eye, you guys. Like, they just went very well. They were really long, full and fluffy, and really complemented these dark shadows very well. And I forgot to mention, but I did use lash adhesive to just apply my rhinestones. And I did go back with the black liner to get rid of all the lash residue. Make sure, dolls, you get that on point, because sometimes your girl be forgetting to get every single damn spot. So annoying. But anyways, then I'm going to be going in with my moisturizer from Beauty Bay that I am trying out. And I am going in with the OS primer. I did want to stick to all the OS products for my face routine today. For foundation, I'm going to be going with the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation, and I am in the shade 2N1. When I purchased this foundation, I only wore it like 2 times and never went back to it. I have no idea why, and over time it got crusty, girl, but I wanted to like give it another try, and shit, I was like, why haven't I been wearing this foundation? It's really nice. It really gave me an airbrush flawless finish. I don't know if it was because when I wore it was in summer and it was just, girl, the heat and all of that, but I really love that foundation. I am gonna have to purchase a new one. But yeah, you guys, what are some of y'all's New Year's resolutions? Leave a comment down below. 3 of mine would definitely be to be more consistent on my YouTube channel this year, control my anger, and always strive to be a better mom. Onto concealer, I am going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I am in the shade Snow. Ever since I lost my tan, I've been looking like a ghost lately. So I have been able to go back to this product, which I absolutely love. And, hold up, who's that? Just kidding, guys, that's Babe. But anyways, for powder, I am going to be using my OS Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm using my favorite dual fiber brush to set my under eyes, around my nose, and smile lines. And to set the rest of my face, I am using the Sephora powder in the shade Lynn. And then I'm just going to be topping my lashes with some mascara to vamp them up. And for bronzer, I'm gonna bronze with the Beauty Bay Beach bronzer. I've been really loving this one. Like, it just gives me like more of a natural contour. It's not too dramatic and precise, and that's what I've been really loving. It just gives me that light contour, so I went with that. And for blush, I went with the Colourpop Take the Cake Pressed Powder Blush and applied that to the apple of my cheeks. Didn't bring it any further. As for highlighter, like I did mention, I went with the Get Wet highlighter in Soft Silk, and I used my Colourpop highlighter brush to apply it, and it's more on like the fluffier side, so I wasn't getting the pigmentation that I wanted. I switched over to a foundation brush and I started really building and packing this highlighter on. The highlighter is nice. It gives you the wet finish, more on the natural side, everyday type of look, but I love me more of a glowy highlighter, so if anything, this will just be a base for other highlighters in the future. Now for the little lips that I do have, girl, I decided to go with more of like a pinkish mauve type of lip combo. So I am using the Colourpop Lip Pencil in Brink and the Lipstick in Caramella. And to give me more of a faded look in the center, I went with the Plouise Rumor 2 and just smudged it out with a brush. Now for the bottom lash line, I am using a pencil brush from Colourpop and dipping into the shade right here called Forest. And to give me more of a smoked out look, I am going back into the palette with the same brush and dipping into the shade right here called Brief and smudging and smoking it out. And to line my waterline, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Power Pencil in black. And I decided to pop in some glitter too, so I went back into the palette and picked up this glitter right here with the pencil brush and placed it in the inner corner of my eyes. And to lock and set all my makeup, I'm using the OS setting spray and fanning it out with my Baddie mini fan. This is the finished look, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. Take care. Blessings. Bye.